Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar on real-time sync, bridging field and office to eliminate rework. My name is Ilige Akiki. I'm an implementation consultant at Graitec, and I'm excited to show you how a centralized common data environment can transform your construction projects. Today's construction projects generate data from dozens of sources. CAD files, Revit modules from design teams and engineers, RFIs from the field, photos from inspections, schedules from project management, and specifications from multiple consultants, not to mention all the administrative documents and contracts. When this information lives in silos across different platforms, teams inevitably work with outdated or conflicting information. The result? Costly rework, project delays, and frustrated teams who spend more time chasing information than building. Today, we're focusing on two critical components for eliminating this chaos. First, by establishing Autodesk Build as your centralized common data environment, your single source of truth that connects fields and offices with real-time access to the same information. And second, using Graitec FileSync to bring all your scattered data from various systems and platforms into this unified environment, ensuring nothing falls through the cracks. The agenda will be simple. Now that we've talked briefly about the data fragmentation problem, let's take a look at what Autodesk Build has to offer by creating your CDE solution. And then we can take a look at FileSync with the data integration and centralization. And finally, a quick session for closing remarks and Q&A. Let's start with a quick look on Autodesk Build, your CDE solution. Autodesk Build is your first step to a centralized document management. This is where you will find all your drawings, specifications, submittals, RFI, contracts and documents, photos, schedules, and more, all in one location. With this tool and a centralized document management, you can be sure that all teams and stakeholders have access to the same document, same version, at any time and any place during the project. Let's take a deeper look at the interface of Build. As you can see on the screen, this is the main Autodesk Build interface, your hub for project collaboration. I'll walk you through each and every single tool that you see here, highlighting how they streamline daily work and ensure the entire team stays aligned whether you're in the field or at the office. First, let's talk about the Sheets module. With the Sheets tool, everyone in the project, whether designers, engineers, project managers, foremen, superintendents, everyone invited to the projects can access the latest updated drawings. This is where you will find your floor plans, sections, elevations, every single drawing, organized by discipline, so you can easily filter and find your discipline, or organized by version sets. So this is where you can make sure that every single member in the projects has access to the latest updated version, whether it's an addenda or a new BIP package. You can also track the drawing version here, and you can always compare two versions so you can quickly identify what has been modified, added, or removed from a specific drawing. This sheet tool ensures every team member sees up-to-date documents with clear version control and automatic notification when changes occur. No more wondering if you're looking at the newest set, the current version is always front and center. Whether you're in the office or in the field, you can always access your drawing with this integrated viewer. Autodesk Build is available for iOS and Android tablets, so you can easily view sheets and drawings from the field. With this tool, you can scroll, zoom, take measurements, and easily switch between a floor plan and a specific section or between different sheets. What is interesting with this viewer tool is that you can easily mark up your sheets, edit these markups with multiple tools, whether you can change the color, border thickness, etc. But most importantly, we can leverage connected workflow. To this markup, I can easily add an RFI or a specific submittal. Let's create a new RFI. You can choose between existing created RFIs or create new ones. Send it to the correct reviewer, decide on a due date, and fill in so much important information, especially if a change order or cost impact will be created, schedule impact, and the priority. Next, you can also easily communicate and collaborate whether you have a specific quality or security observation. With the Issues tool, we can create multiple types of issues that you can, of course, customize as a project administrator. Whether it's an general observation, safety, or quality, you can easily communicate and clearly place the subject on your drawing. With this issue, you can track the status from draft till closed, and you can always track the activity log so you can keep information at all times. The description of the issue can be written easily. Let's say quality issue. And most importantly, assign it to a project number, a role, or a company. Decide on a due date. Specify the location. And again, leverage the connected workflow by adding photos, files, sheets, or any other information. Whether you're on the field or in the office, you can easily upload a photo. With your iPad, you can directly activate your camera and quickly take the photo. Field teams or office staff can quickly create, assign, and track project issues such as defects, safety concerns, or information requests. Each issue is logged with photos, locations, and status update, connecting field observations straight to responsible teams for rapid resolution. Let's move on to another tool with Build, and let's talk about forms. Once you're in the field, with the Forms tool, you can easily fill your daily reports, safety checklist, and quality inspections instead of paper forms. Teams on the field can fill out custom templates on their device, attach photos, and collect digital signatures, all automatically logged and accessible from anywhere. Whether you start the form on the field or you submit and share it from your office, all the informations are connected thanks to this CDE platform. In a nutshell, you can find here all the tools needed for you to manage work, whether you're working from the field or the office. You can also find the photo gallery here. We have the list of submittals, whether they are ongoing a review process or validated and visible for everyone, meeting agenda and meeting minutes, centralizing and tracking emails and correspondence to centralize also these information in your project, view and track your project schedule, track also the assets, and generate scheduled reports so that you stay up to date with everything going on in your project. These are so many tools that you can use in your project, and essentially everything in build lies upon files. In the files tool, you can create your folder structure, and this is where you can publish, share, view, review, and backup every single document of your project. The Documents tool serves as the central library for all project files, whether you have PDFs, contracts, Revit, Navisworks, AutoCAD, photos, videos, etc. Folder permissions make sure each team member accesses exactly what they need, nothing more, nothing less. Once you create your folder structure, you can manage the permissions easily as a project admin. By adding members to the project, you can control their permission level, whether they're invited with view-only access or view, download, and publish to the managing and full administrative control. Managing the permission is very important, and you can standardize these settings by creating the permissions by role or company, meaning that you can add members by role, stating that every member added to the project with the role of architect will have a specific permission level. The good news is that all these settings can be saved into one project template that will be used in all future projects. With this project template, you can save so many time thanks to standardization and common settings. Now that we've seen how Autodesk Build serves as the single source of truth for your projects, bringing all our plans, issues, forms, and project communication into one central environment, let's talk about a challenge many of us still face. Even with a powerful CDE like Autodesk, not everyone on a project team always work with the same environment. For departments like finance, estimation, and procurement, information is often managed in specialized tools, homegrown databases, or even local folders outside the main construction platform. Project managers and cost controllers might rely on Autodesk Build, but estimators or procurement teams or any other stakeholder could be working in separate systems, making it harder to keep everyone on the same page, especially as project changes occur. This is why, and this is where Graitec FileSync becomes a real game changer. FileSync acts as the bridge between these different environments. It enables seamless ongoing collaboration by automatically synchronizing key documents and data change orders, updated estimates, procurement packages from wherever they're generated straight into Autodesk Build and back again if needed. As project changes arise, and different documents are updated and modified, FileSync ensures these updates move instantly and reliably between platforms. This integration helps all stakeholders act on the most current information which reduces manual handoffs and eliminates the risk of someone working with yesterday's numbers or requirements. And this next section, I'll show you how file sync fits into ongoing collaboration loop, supporting real-time change management and coordination between project managers, finance, estimation, and every stakeholder in the projects. Let's explore how this integrated approach keeps change management agile, ensures accuracy in cost and procurement, and truly connects your entire project team without information silos. Simply put, the focus of Data Connect is to connect the various solutions being used by the industry professionals across disciplines and sectors. You can see here some of the solution and platforms that can be used with FileSync. FileSync supports a broad range of systems. If we want to view them quickly here, we can see essentially Procore, Bluebeam, Windows, OneDrive, SharePoint, Ignite, and of course supporting migration and synchronization between ACC BIM 360 projects. It's simple to use. Connect your systems, configure what and when you want to sync, and let the application handle the rest while you focus on more important tasks. We're really looking at three core use cases for file sync. First, migrating the data, whether you want to migrate data at the handoff or at the start of a new project phase. You're migrating from Windows to ACC, from Procore to ACC, or any other integrated platform. But we can also use Graitec FileSync to collaborating on data, live synchronization, and automated synchronization to make sure that we keep mirroring the same environment and no member or project member is working from an outdated version of the document. And lastly, we can also find Graitec FileSync used highly for backup. At the end of the project, you want to back up all data and metadata of your project, we can use FileSync to back up and mirror your project data. Let's focus today on the collaboration aspect. You may need to improve collaboration within your organization or with external stakeholders across different platforms. It's vital to ensure everyone is working with the most up-to-date information. For example, some users might work within ACC, while others remain on Windows or SharePoint, OneDrive, or other environment. FileSync bridges this gap, enabling collaboration and seamless updates across platforms. By bridging platforms, FileSync also enables seamless collaboration between teams using different tools, fostering a more unified and efficient workflow without manual file exchange. Automating the sharing of project data reduces repetitive tasks, allowing teams to focus on higher value activities, and FileSync ensures that all stakeholders are working with the latest files and updates. Let's take a quick look at how FileSync works to automate workflow, keep data up to date, and preserve or backup your data. When you open FileSync for the first time, you'll start by setting up a connection with the platform or solution you're using. In this example, that's the ACC. So you'll sign in with your credential and select the hub you'd like to connect to. Once that's done, you'll store the credentials for the system you want to sync data between. Next, you'll create a workspace, and within that workspace, you'll set up a project. Each project has a customizable schedule for automated syncs. And you can also choose to receive sync status updates via email notification. After that, you create a sync. This is where you'll define the settings for your data transfer. Here, you'll select the source location of the data and apply settings or filters to actually choose what you want to transfer. You'll then do the same for the destination, specifying where the data should go. Once everything is configured, you can run a sync and monitor progress in real time. In this example, you can see that the task runs on the left and the corresponding folders and files are populated on the right. With file sync, you can migrate and transfer the documents within the same folder structure and the same naming standards. Finally, the log viewer provides a summary of all tasks executed and flags any issues that might come up during execution. We've designed the process of setting up file sync to be as easy and straightforward as possible. You can have the software fully set up in under 15 minutes, including all your connections to sources and destinations. This makes the entire experience hassle-free, so you can focus on your projects instead of the setup. Let's go over everything we just covered. Graitec File Sync makes it easy to keep your data in sync with bidirectional transfers and real-time file updates. It's quick to deploy on any server or virtual machine, and it's designed to be secure and scalable for projects of any size. You can handle unlimited data volumes and syncs, streamlining workflows between CDEs and project management systems. It supports leading platforms like Autodesk Docs, Procore, Bluebeam, and many more, all managed through a robust, secure architecture. As a conclusion, Autodesk Build delivers a broad, deep, and connected set of field execution and project management tools for builders in a single software platform that is easy to deploy, adopt, and use. Build provides an environment where information sharing and workflows are both tightly controlled and highly customizable. This is a quick recap of all the capabilities and workflows supported by Autodesk Build. First, we have document management like we've seen quickly earlier with files. This is where you can manage your document control, versioning, and approval, and essentially upload, publish, and view any type of document in your project. We have cost management integrated, and we have multiple project management tools like where the RFI review process will happen, the submittals review workflow, meeting minutes, and every single tool needed for the field management. We have quality and safety modules, whether it's the quality safety inspection, checklist, or issue management, and of course, project closeout. As we set up our common data environment with Autodesk Build, it is very important to leverage tools like FileSync in order to make sure we have all the other systems integrated and centralized into Autodesk Build. With FileSync, we are connecting systems. There are quite a few systems out there in the marketplace, as we saw on the previous slides, and by connecting these systems, FileSync automates what is traditionally a manual process of finding, downloading, and re-uploading project files. This automation improves communication, collaboration, and ensures reliable backup in case of disruptions. With all these measures in place, should the worst happen, you know that you will still have business continuity. The key values of these two tools help us make sure we secure connected teams with zero email chains with all the communication within Build's tool, our CDE. We also ensure connected workflows with a complete digital audit trail from discovery through remediation, whether it's from the creation of the issue until it's closed or from the creation of the job until the handover. And finally, leveraging data and connected data by automating reporting for owners and all the stakeholders' documentation. Thank you all for joining us today and for your attention as we explored how Autodesk Build and Graitec FileSync work together to create a centralized, real-time, collaborative environment that bridges field and office teams. I hope you found the insights and workflows shared today valuable and relevant to your own projects. Please don't hesitate to contact us if you need more information, if you need a simple demo or an implementation support. We are here to help. And now I'd like to hear from you. Please feel free to ask any question you have about what we covered or about how these tools can support your workflows. I'll be here to help and answer all your questions. Thank you, everyone, and have a great day.